Did you know that one of evangelicalism's leading New Testament scholars echoed gay-affirming interpretations in his commentary on 1 Corinthians 6? This is the passage where Paul lists a whole bunch of different people who will not inherit the kingdom of God, including malakoi, literally soft ones, and arsenokoite, a word that no one has found in any ancient source outside of Paul's writing, but that we could roughly translate as either males who fool around or those who fool around with males. And these two Greek words, malakoi and arsenokoite, got translated as one word for the first time in 1946, when the Revised Standard Version of the New Testament was published. Now, Gordon Fee was a professor of New Testament at Wheaton College, Gordon Conwell Theological Seminary, and Regent College. He retired in 2009 and died just a few years ago. One of Fee's most influential books was his commentary on 1 Corinthians for the New International Commentary on the New Testament, first published in 1987. It's a well-known series. Anyone who took biblical studies classes at an evangelical college will be familiar with it. In this commentary, Gordon Fee wrote that, quote, the most common form of homosexuality in the Greco-Roman world was a pederastic relationship, meaning an older man penetrating a younger man, and more specifically during the Roman Empire, a Roman citizen penetrating a slave or prostitute. And Fee acknowledged that pederasty was most likely what Paul had in mind when he wrote 1 Corinthians 6. Even more striking, Fee admitted that translating the words malakoi and arsenokoite in this passage was difficult, and of malakoi specifically, quote, one cannot be sure what it means in a list like this, end quote. Now, keep in mind that Fee could have been fired from his job for endorsing gay-affirming interpretations of the Bible, so we shouldn't be surprised that he disagrees with those interpretations in this commentary, even as those disagreements aren't especially forceful. But whatever his disagreements, the fact remains that a leading evangelical New Testament scholar validated key arguments of gay-affirming exegesis. And though it may seem small, Gordon Fee showed courage, honesty, and humility that many of his fellow evangelicals would not by acknowledging the inherent ambiguity of biblical texts.